Oh my goodness, look at that.
Hi, everyone. Didn't realize we were on the air. Marry me, and thank you so much for joining us for another Priestess View. I'm Goddess Rhonda, and of course we have with us our beautiful Goddess Star.
Okay, hold on, sweetie, because something is off. I'm hearing a feedback.
I just muted myself. Hold on, let me see. I'm muted.
So am I.
So yeah, it must be a YouTube problem. It's, you know, sometimes YouTube does it and there's nothing we can do about it. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Let's hope it's all good.
Let's just hope it's all good. Let's go ahead and get rolling.
Yeah.
All righty. Sorry about that, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. And now I'm frozen. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you and I can hear you.
Am I moving?
Yes, you're moving. Your hands are moving back and forth.
Okay, because on my screen, I'm completely frozen. Sorry, guys. Little technical difficulties here. Okay, now I'm moving again. So I think we're okay now. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about our technical issues. You know, Goddess Star and I have said before that one day when we're rich, we're going to have the most awesome studio with people running all the technology, and we just have to sit and look pretty and talk. But until that day happens, we just have to.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. They're saying they're hearing a lot of feedback.
I don't know what to do. It has to be a YouTube problem because I am definitely muted here. I'm going to unmute and then remute. See?
I'm going to do that too.
And see if that helps.
Okay.
Because I am definitely muted here. I'm going to unmute and then remute.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I muted that too.
Feedback.
I'm going to try it again. Okay. So, all right. I'm still hearing the feedback a lot. Try it again. Okay.
I'm so sorry about the feedback. I hope it's not. I hope you can still understand what it is that we are saying.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Because some things we unfortunately we don't have any control over it. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So as always, before we begin, we like to cast a circle of protection around us. We like to cast a circle of protection around us. All hail, our lords and ladies of the East, our brothers and sisters, our brother and patron, the sacred element of air, namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. We charge thee, please cause a barrier of protection through all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you. So it is. So mote it be. From corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you.
All hail, our lords and ladies of the South, my brothers and sisters. My brother and patron, the sacred element of fire, namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. I charge you, please cause a barrier of protection through all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you, and so it is. So mote it be.
So it is. So mote it be. All hail, our lords and ladies of the West, our brothers and sisters, our sister and patron, the sacred element of water, namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. We charge thee, please cause a barrier of protection through all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you. So it is. So mote it be.
So it is. So mote it be. All hail, our lords and ladies of the North, my brothers and sisters, my brother and patron, the sacred element of earth. Namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. I charge you, please cause a barrier of protection to all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign within. Thank you, and so it is. So mote it be.
So it is, so mote it be. And we now bring down the divine white light from the sacred source of all well-being and fill all of our spaces with peace and protection always. So it is, so mote it be.
So it is, and so mote it be.
And so here we are. Before we even get started, I see that our dear friend and brother Nate has made comments about dark forces taking over the internet. And I want to actually address that one day because I do believe it. I do believe that there are people that are trying to disrupt the things that we do, and there's energy. So I did want to acknowledge that. And also, just quickly before we begin as well, we had an issue last week during the show, and one of our wonderful chat room people was accused, I guess, of spamming or something and got kicked out of the chat room. We just wanted everyone to know that that was not us, that was YouTube, that for some reason, I guess someone had said if you type too many things in or something, you end up getting categorized in the spam category, and they took it upon themselves to do that, which I also don't think it's right. I think that we should get to decide who's spamming and who's not. So I just wanted to apologize for that, so that that was not us, and we didn't we weren't responsible for that. And again, we apologize that happened. That was not right, and it was not something that we asked for. And the other thing we said we were going to address is, let me see if she's in the chat room first. First, hello everybody, all you wonderful patient people in the chat room who sit there waiting for us as we slug it out with technology to try to make these things work. I don't see her in here, so I'm going to say I won't bother to address that unless she shows up, because that's her question and I don't want to lose any more time, but I don't see her in
This
here.
is so hard to do it.
So we're going to go ahead and let that go. Okay, so we're going to roll right into our New Year's resolutions.
I'm sorry, Goddess, let me ask you a question. Goddess, are you hearing the feedback at all?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear feedback.
Okay, yeah, because it's very distracting. All right, let's just get going on it and hope it all works out. Sorry, everyone. Okay.
I'm sorry, but like I said, we don't have control over everything. We've muted ourselves. We've done what we're supposed to do. This is a YouTube problem, because even on my screen, I'm frozen. I can't even see myself. So, I guess it's just a YouTube problem, because in my Google Hangout screen, I'm completely frozen. But on the YouTube screen, I'm moving around. So it could be even a Google Hangouts issue. But either way, we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to keep rolling. You can't just stop us that quickly like that. All right, so let's talk about our New Year's resolutions. I'm sure we all have them. We're going to lose weight. We're going to get better jobs. We're going to start a business. We're going to find new and wonderful loves in our lives. And so we're already at January 22nd, means we're 3 weeks in to the new year. And there are probably some of you who have already started to put your resolutions on the back burner. Maybe life has reasserted itself, or things have come up. We had a lot of things happening at the end of the year that could have screwed you up. And so we want to talk about staying on your New Year's resolutions. Just like you guys, I have my resolutions. I joined a gym and I've been working out, and there's days it's like, I don't feel like going to the gym, or I don't feel like doing anything. I don't have to go to the gym. I can work out on my floor. Look, I don't feel like it, but I've been forcing myself to do it. Now I'm getting into a habit because I feel better doing it. And so, but there are other things that I've planned to do that I haven't even started yet, and we're already 3 weeks into the year. And so this show is for us as much as it is about you. The first thing we want to say is, don't feel like you're weak or you're slipping or anything like that just because you might be putting your resolutions to the side. We're going to talk about why that happens, and what you can do to fix it. So our first item on the agenda that we have is, why do resolutions fail in the first place? Okay, so got to start. I'm going to let you go ahead and tell us why that is. You know I do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was so hard trying to. Okay, why that is? Why resolutions get lost in the start off? Is that what you asked? Sorry.
Yes. Why do they fail? Okay, are you having a hard time here?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the feedback is kind of getting to me, but I'll try. Okay. There are right. Lost in the start off. Is that what you asked? Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's
I'm
really
hearing all of the feedback at the same time, so it makes it a little bit difficult. Okay. Okay. I think a lot of it is we make this list at the very beginning of the year. And sometimes a lot of them might be what people all of the feedback at the same time, so it makes it a little bit difficult. Okay. I'm sorry, what did you say, Goddess?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. So I think we make this list, and some of it might be a little bit impossible. And you kind of put together so many different things that you want to try to accomplish. The impossible things, like if you're skinny, there are people who are skinny that would say, I have to gain some weight this year. Now, we know a lot of times that is very difficult for those people. Just like there are people who are really overweight and they're trying to get to a certain weight. And again, that's difficult on that end. So sometimes when we put together these lists, I think we have to learn to be more rational about it. And when we itemize this list of things we want to accomplish, we kind of say, instead of saying by the end of the year, I want to have lost this much weight, or I wanted to have gained this much weight, or I want to have accomplished the business this way. I think if you set your goals shorter for the year, so that way at the end of the year, you can see how much you've accomplished by saying, in 3 months, I want to see if I can get this much done. This is my main plan, whether it's business, personal, personal as in, for yourself, and then there's personal for who's around you. There's a lot of different things that you can kind of say, I'm going to itemize it, and oh, that sounds much better. Whatever it is you just did, I'm not hearing the feedback. Yay. Thank you.
I just moved my lamp because some of my light bulbs are out, so I feel like I'm sitting in the dark.
Yeah, I don't know what you did. I'm not hearing it anymore, so I'm very grateful. But anyways, so yeah, I think that we should start setting the goals less. I don't mind you making that long list for the year, but really start saying the goals of, like, in 3 months, I want to accomplish this. In 3 months, I want to have accomplished this, and go down that list of the 3 months and make it things that you really can see yourself accomplishing, because you can do this. Don't put it beyond your scope and you don't get it done, because you do get disheartened. That's the way human beings are. We are going to get disheartened, but when we don't even see in 3 months something that you want to get done and you haven't even started. So set realistic goals at the 3 month mark each time and see yourself get it done. I mean, there are 12 months. So why not every 3 months and see how it goes, and see where you have gained or lost, or what you have to work on more. And in some ways, I think it will kind of show us the different things that we're kind of weak on, and our strengths, and maybe use our strengths to help the weaker parts. At least that's some of the things that I was thinking, because I do know I set that same kind of goal, the New Year's resolution list. And then at the end of the year, I look at it and I'm going, I didn't even look at that list. And I want you to, it's the truth, right? And I want you to be able to look at that list, say in every 3 months or whatever, and say, I've done this, I'm checking that off. I'm still working on that, but at least I'm working on it. That kind of a thing. Set realistic goals for yourself. Prioritize it. I think that's another thing too. What's the top priority for you to do? Make it a list that makes sense in your head. Maybe if you're starting, like, for example, if you're starting a business, you're not going to say by the end of the year, I'm going to be a millionaire, because in some ways that seems unrealistic when you're starting a business right now, at the beginning of the year. So in your head, honestly speaking, that's what you're going to think without realizing it. Even if you do accomplish that millionaire thing, in your head, you have to believe it. And if you don't, if you're just saying it out of the mark and you're not really believing it, then you're not going to get very far with it, because you have to believe that thought of what you're saying. So you have to be saying, okay, this is what I want to do as a business and get it done by the end of the year, so that in 3 months I want to have gotten the business license, the Fed ID, all the different things, that the mundane things that you need to do to start this business off the ground in a rational manner. If you have to do fundraising of some sort to, savings or whatever it is. And I'll tell you right now, if you are starting a business, do not expect other people to fund your business unless you're going to have it as an investment for them. Because they're going to be like, well, why would I be giving you money to start your business when I could start a business of my own? What is in it? What is in it for me? It's just the way people are going to be. So don't expect them, to want to help you start that business with their money. Just like that, it's not going to happen. So doing the GoFundMe thing to raise money for your business, I wouldn't suggest that. That's just my thought on it. So that's just a couple of the things that I was saying, because I don't want to set yourself up for failure with the year and the list that you're going to make, because you're going to do it. We do this list and then we go back at the end of the year and it's not done. So you got to kind of have to set yourself with, even categorizing it, what the different things are, like I said, personal, business, different things like that. And see where your strengths are, with that knowledge or wisdom that you have, and what you're not good at, get some help from someone else who is good at that. Sometimes that's some of the best ways to do it, or ask a question. If you don't get the answer, then go and study, learn it. There are many things on YouTube. You've heard Gosh, Rhonda and I say many times, you can literally Google on YouTube, like put it in anything that you want to learn, and you could learn some of it there. So, take the time to really study and learn whatever it is you want to do, whether it's a business or anything at all. It's out there. You guys are so lucky. You have so many tools at your disposal that we never had before. So utilize those tools. There's a million apps out there too that help you with different goals. I did not even realize there was somebody that told me that there's an app. I have to Google it and see what that one is, that actually helps you with breaking down, if you're starting a business, your goals and how to get certain things done with it. I thought that was interesting for people who've never started a business before. So learn to utilize the tools that you guys have access to that we didn't even have. We had to start businesses without any of that because we didn't know any other options. You guys have a lot of options, so utilize them. Because we tell you guys, we're old school, because unfortunately, that's the era. Not unfortunately, that's the era we were in. And I appreciate that time. It's not unfortunate, because to me, I had to work harder maybe to get those things done. But you know what? I picked up so much wisdom from it. From learning from these amazing people that I would not have met normally. Because a lot of times people are giving classes online because it's not as feasible for them to be in person. So to me, I would have preferred having that person one-on-one right in front of me. And that's what we did. Yes, we paid a lot of money for these classes and things. But honestly, things are worth it when you invest in yourself, because you're not just paying for the class, you're investing in you and your knowledge of whatever it is that you're learning, whether it's your business or your personal or your spiritual life, whatever it is. The investment is you. And you have to see that you're worthy of that investment and do that, save your money and invest in yourself. Or like we said, go on YouTube and Google whatever it is, and you will find whatever it is that you can learn out there in the meantime, until you can get to meet someone in person and get your knowledge from, and maybe even, I remember Robert Kiyosaki. I love Robert Kiyosaki. His idea of forming a team, rather, to help himself gain that wealth. Maybe you can depend on people that have different skills that can help you with that. We were not that lucky with that, but I did learn from different people like Robert Kiyosaki along the way. So utilize those tools. They're out there. All right. Goddess, I'm going to pass it back to you and see what you think, if you have anything to add to that.
Oh, I have tons of stuff to add to that. So, first of all, what we don't want you to do is beat yourself up if you are like, you made this whole list for yourself and things aren't going as smoothly as you thought. Because just because we make a list of our resolutions, you know, if we have not addressed the issues that have stopped us from doing these things before, those things, those barriers are still going to, they're not just going to miraculously go away by themselves. And so what we need to do is first take a look at what it is that's causing the slowdown to see if we can resolve the issue. And so the first thing I have on my list is procrastination. I am the empress of procrastination. And I always said, well, I work really well with my back against the wall.
It's hard. It's stressful.
It's stressful, but you know, I do it. But that's also because I'm in such a habit of doing it, of having to do 5 million things at once, that I have subconscious training that causes me to procrastinate because that's what I think is normal. So when you try to change something in your life, your subconscious rules 88% of everything you do. You may think you are consciously in charge. Alas, you are not. Your subconscious takes a look at your life and decides, based on your behaviors, what is normal, and will do anything to assert that, to keep things normal. That's why a lot of people, let's say they want to lose 50 pounds, and they've weighed 200 pounds for the last 10 years. Now they want to go down to 150. So what'll happen is you know, they'll work hard and they'll do their exercises and change their diet, and they get down to that 150 and they're proud and they've got new clothes and looking good, and everybody starts telling them how great they look. But the subconscious says, why do you weigh 150 pounds? We've weighed 200 pounds for the past 10 years. That's normal. You need to start eating again. So then all of a sudden you'll start missing days at the gym, or go back to eating chocolate cake before you go to bed, or things, even though you're like, why am I doing this? I'm trying to lose weight, and you can't stop yourself. It's because your subconscious needs retraining to get out of that habit. The same thing with people who try to quit smoking. They'll quit smoking or bring it down to a certain level, and then they'll go right back to smoking. The subconscious will also set floors and ceilings. So let's just say, going back to the first example, that you're trying to lose 50 pounds. So you're 200, you get down to the 150. Your subconscious says, no, we are not going to be 150. That's not what we're supposed to be. And you start eating again. Now you're back up to 200. But now you don't stop eating. So you go up to 250. And your subconscious will say, excuse me, why do we weigh 250 pounds? We're supposed to weigh 200. It's time for you to get your ass back on the treadmill. And then you go down to 200 again. And this is your base, because the subconscious thinks that it's normal. So you're not just fighting things that come up in life or fighting yourself, or it's not that you're weak. It's that you have a system within you that is based upon prior habits. And so you have to create new habits to get the subconscious to recognize what is a new normal for you. So I'm going to give you another example. When I was in high school, I think maybe even junior high school, I started smoking cigarettes. Anybody who has ever smoked cigarettes knows the first time you smoke a cigarette, it is not fun. You're going to be coughing and hacking. Your eyes are going to be watering. You're going to be nauseous. It's disgusting. But because you want to be with the cool kids, you know, you suck it up and you just keep smoking because you know that's cool. It's really cool. And then your subconscious saying, stop smoking. It makes our chest hurt. We smell bad. Come on, knock it off. And you're like, no, I have to be cool. I want to be cool like the other kids. And then, you know, after you eat, you have a cigarette. When you're driving, you have a cigarette. So eventually the subconscious says, well, okay, I guess smoking is normal. Rock on. So then you find out, you realize, you know what? I am really affecting my health. I could get lung cancer. I could get high blood pressure, all kinds of horrible things. Plus cigarettes are expensive. I smell like an ashtray. I don't like this anymore. I'm going to quit smoking. So you try to quit, and your subconscious will say, well, wait a minute. If we quit smoking, we're not going to be cool anymore. And then what are we supposed to do after we eat and while we're driving? What are you nuts? No, we're not quitting. So you have to go up against a very strong system inside of yourself and start to counter. Now, my way of countering my subconscious is I have a talk with it. And you can say, look, subconscious, I know you're trying to keep things normal for me. However, I don't want poor health and cancer and bad things like that to be normal. I need to get back on track with this. And then you bring up a memory of when you weren't smoking or when you felt slim or whatever it is, to give the subconscious an emotional language boost to say, this is the way I want to feel. And then you're going to have to exercise your own force of will. You know, they say it takes you doing something 21 times to create a new habit. And so if you can, even if you just do a step down, you know, a lot of us are like, I'm going to lose weight. And then we get on these crash fad diets where you lose 30 pounds in 30 days. 30 pounds in 30 days is very unhealthy. And it's usually coming with a meal plan that you cannot sustain. You're not allowed to eat any carbs. You have to drink 2 shakes a day and live on rabbit food for the other. You're not going to be able to sustain that. You're going to feel deprived. And not only that, your body needs more calories. And that, especially if you're working out, muscles need calories. I'm not saying to get those calories from chocolate cake, but you need calories in order to feed them and to grow them. And then the muscles will start burning the calories on their own.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go down to a 500 calorie a day diet. And that's another thing. Figure out how many calories you're supposed to have. Don't assume that because they say, well, it's the normal thing is 1,200 calories a day. That might be normal for someone who's 5'2" and weighs 120 pounds. Someone who's 5'10" and normally weighs 180 pounds, 1,200 is not going to support their bodies. So then you're going to start feeling tired and weak, and then you're going to start reaching for candy and things to build yourself up. Customize your goals. If you want to lose 50 pounds, first go you can go on the internet right now and say, how many calories should I be at my age, my height, and the weight that you want to get to? And it'll pop it up. Oh, you need 1,900 calories or whatever it is. I think it takes into consideration your body type. Some of us are more muscles, some of us are less muscle, things like that. Customize your goals so that it fits for you. And then don't just, try to, I'm going to exercise 7 days a week. You might not be able to sustain that. You have to work, you have to take care of your kids. You've got other things to do. So you know what? So for a start, I'm going to start off with 2 days a week. 2 days to give yourself time to jump into this and accommodate yourself. You don't even have to go to a gym. I joined a gym because I do better. If I paid for something, then I'm going to do it because I paid for it and that was my hard-earned money. So I'll get out there. And I just joined Planet Fitness. It's only $20 a month for anyone who cares. You can actually do $10 a month. I did the 20 because I want to be able to sit in the massage tables.
Yeah, I know that one.
That's a part of it. But you can also do exercises at home. It doesn't have to be boring. If you don't have time to get to the gym that day or do your DVD, while you're doing dishes, you can do squats. Or while you're doing your housework, keep your stomach sucked in. There are exercises you can do that's not necessarily exercising, but it's still going to have the same benefit. If you're cleaning up your house, you have to bend, stoop, squat, hold your core solid, use that as your exercise time. If you're going to if you clean up for 15 minutes a day at the end of the night anyway, if you're lifting something off the floor, flex your arm muscles so that you're doing resistance training. There's ways you can work things into it, but your biggest thing is to create a new habit for yourself. And that can take
some time,
as they say, 21 days, or, depending on you, maybe it'll take you longer, maybe it'll take you less time, but you want to customize your goals so that they work for you and recognize, instead of when you reach that glitch where your subconscious is like, you don't really want that piece of chicken breast. What you really want is a bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, dripping with grease and maybe some nice fattening fries with it. Doesn't that sound better than chicken breast in a salad? And that's when you're going to say, yes, it does sound better. However, I'm going to go ahead and have this. And allow yourself 1 day a week to eat whatever you want. 1 day a week, on every Thursday, because that's when I do readings out of the Blue Eagle. Every Thursday, I can eat anything I want because for the rest of the week, I'm being good. So I can have whatever I want. So I'll go and get something that's fried or greasy or whatever and have it for that 1 day. I'm even exploring, someone had suggested that helps to lose weight is to every third day eat nothing but healthy foods, nothing but salads and smoothies and yogurts and things like that. You lose weight. You have to work within your own coping skills. Some people are very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Determined.
Okay.
They have a lot
Or
of
rigid.
willpower.
Rigid about
Rigid.
it
They
too.
have a lot of willpower. And if they say they're only going to eat 1,200 calories a day, they can do that and say, okay, this is one, because they have that determination. Not all of us have that. You have to work within your own coping skills and do things slowly in your own manner. It took me like 4 months to quit smoking because I did a step down based on the Smoke Enders program. I think I quit smoking 8 years ago. And what it is, and this is something that really works. So if you guys are trying to quit smoking, write this down. What you do is every time for 1 week, smoke normally. And every time you have a cigarette, make a little check mark. And at the end of the week, I want you to average out how many cigarettes you smoked that week. So let's just say you average it out and you smoke 20 cigarettes a day. So then the next week, you're only going to smoke 19 cigarettes a day. You won't miss that one cigarette. But for that whole week, you will now only smoke 19 cigarettes a day. The next week, you only smoke 18 cigarettes a day. This way, you're letting your body adjust slowly. It doesn't miss that one cigarette. You're not going through withdrawals. You're not going through cravings because you're not shocking your system and putting it in a panic because it's used to those drugs and the cigarette. You're just slowly, slowly, slowly. And then each week, 17 cigarettes, 16, 15, until you finally say, okay, that's it. You've just slowly broken down that nicotine buildup. And it's really not so much the
It
nicotine
makes
that
sense,
keeps
actually.
you. It does. And it worked. It worked for me. That's how I quit.
Yeah.
And when I got down, I think to 5 cigarettes, I just let it go. I think I caught a cold and I was like, I'm not going to do this. And that was it. Because I didn't really feel it anymore. And you don't shock your body. You're not going through withdrawals. You're not cranky because you don't miss one cigarette a day. And that's it takes longer, it takes longer than cold turkey, but you're not shocking your system. You're not going through cravings. You're not going to be miserable. It's a nice way to let the body adjust, especially when you're older. You don't want to shock your body like that. You want to wean yourself off of it. And you should know that one of the biggest addictive factors of cigarettes is the sugar that they use to cure the tobacco. The tobacco really isn't that bad. A cigarette's like 20% sugar. They soak it in sugar so that it doesn't taste nasty when you smoke it. And that can also, because that's so why when a lot of people quit smoking, they reach for food and sugar because what they're really fighting is a sugar addiction that goes along with the nicotine addiction. And so even doing that slowly will keep you from grabbing onto sugar and foods and things like that to make up for that nicotine or chemicals in the sugar in the cigarettes. So you can do things that are slowly. I read an article where one of the college universities did a study. They took one group of people and had them walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes at a time a day, once a day, 30 minutes. They took another group and had them walk on a treadmill 15 minutes twice a day. And then they took another group who walked on the treadmill 5 minutes 6 times a day. All of those people lost the same amount of weight. So let's just say you don't have 30 minutes to walk. You can split it up. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, or 5 minutes 6 times a day. You can find 5 minutes. There's ways that you can break into it that's slow, that's within your coping skills, and doesn't put that pressure on you to do everything at once. So this is my way of doing things. And it's a way that has worked for me in the past. And it really helps me. And again, we also need to resolve those issues that started this in the first place. I mean, we can't go back to when we were 14 years old, hanging out in the schoolyard, wanting to be cool, smoking our cigarettes. Okay, that situation has already been resolved. But if there are other issues, if you've been trying to start a business and you're like, well, I haven't been able to do it because I just don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Many people say, well, I don't start a business because I have no money. I started my business. When I tell you I started my business when I was 30 days away from homelessness, I started my business on $50 that I didn't even want to spend because that was a big amount of money to me back then because I was facing losing everything. And I did it through faith, through the universe's guidance, But also, there are so many free business webinars. I learned how to market. I learned how to make business plans. I learned so many things for free.
Yeah.
Internet to learn how to do this and how to start a business and how to market it and what I should do. I did it all for free. Learning on, I didn't learn necessarily from YouTube, although what I did learn to make a YouTube channel. That was one of the things that was taught to me. I mean, I have to look up in my email. I can give you some people that will help you for free. One's name is, her name is Callan Rush, and she teaches you marketing. There's another guy, of course, that I want to tell you who he is, and of course it went right out of my head. You know what? I'm going to find him as Goddess Star talks about something because I don't want to interrupt something. I have to dig through my emails to find him. But there are ways, if you just go in there and say, how to start a business, how do I market myself? How do I do this? You can start a business. I started mine literally on $50.
Yep.
$50.
That's about me.
And
Yep.
I was facing homelessness within the next 30 days when I started. So if I can pull myself out of that abyss, so can you. It's just that you have to take advantage. There's so much free information, as Goddess Star said. We are in the information technology age, things that we didn't have coming up. And so use the internet. Take those free webinars that'll teach you. There's a great organization. If you're trying to start a business, it's called SCORE. It's all
they're wonderful. They're really wonderful.
They are wonderful. What they are is they're all retired business people with time on their hands who want to help you for free. And so
I did that.
I did that as well. They assigned me a mentor. You go and you talk about, what it is you're trying to do. Those mentors will help you.
Yep.
They have free webinars that you can watch. I watched one last week, which was how to attract high-paying customers or something like that. There are so many free things that you can do to get yourself started. Don't put yourself in I really wanted to start this business, but I have no money.
Yeah.
Or I have no place to start it or things like that. You don't even need office space anymore because everything is done online. You can email people, you can drop ship. There's so many things that you can do. You don't even have to spend money on office space. And so don't let that stop you. If you want to lose weight and you can't afford to join a gym or afford a DVD, there are plenty of YouTube videos. I have this thing, it's called an ab doer, and it's a chair and you do these stomach, all these different stomach exercises. I bought that thing. I think I bought that thing I bought it when I got here. So it's probably like 15 years old or something like that. And of course, I had no idea when I decided I was going to start working out again. No clue as to where the manual is of how to use it. And so I just went to YouTube and there it was, the whole video on how to do it. It didn't cost me anything. And I'm just going to use that. If you can't afford the equipment, there's plenty of YouTube videos that'll just teach you how to do it right on the floor. Or you can take the YouTube crunchless abs videos. There's so many things that you can do. Don't let lack of money stop you because it's really not the lack of money. What it really is your subconscious trying to talk you out of it.
Yeah. And I, I like that you said that they have, because I'm going to reiterate this, and Goddess Rhonda just said it as well. You guys have so many tools at your disposal that I am shocked when I see people on Facebook doing GoFundMe to start their businesses or trying to ask people to help them to start the business and different things. And I'm like, you guys have so much at your disposal for free that it boggles the mind, So get out there. Do not rely on other people to say, get that money from to do it. Because then that would, to me, it's basically like being a homeless person on the street and saying, give me money to start a business. Do you honestly think people will stand there and go, here's the money to start a business, and I barely have anything? They're not going to do that. So you have to pull yourself up by that bootstrap and literally utilize the skills that's offered to you out there. Rely on yourself. Learn to realize, I've got all these ideas. I know I can do this. And get out there and start learning it. how to utilize the skills and how to market yourself and how to do different things. And yeah, honestly, reaching out to people like myself and Goddess Rhonda to find out about business startups, not a good idea, because we are so busy already doing our own that we would love to say we're doing a class on how to start a business. I'm not doing it because I'm too busy trying to get my own things going myself. So the best bet to do is to go to all those free options you have. And SCORE, like Goddess Rhonda mentioned, they offer online webinars, but they offer it for free in person as well. Google it and you will see in your local area where they offer the workshops. I'm not sure if they're still for free. They may offer a little bit of money, who knows, or something like that, or a donation. But they have been around for years, and they do offer workshops and all kinds of stuff to help your business off the ground. So you guys have a lot of things that we, again, didn't have. When it comes to the workout and all of that, I love the ideas that Goddess Rhonda said. Additionally, if you can't afford to go to play even someplace like Planet Fitness, because Goddess Rhonda said she got the one for $20 a month. They have the one that's $10 a month. For people like myself, Planet Fitness is not a fit. I'm an ex-bodybuilder. Planet Fitness to me is like, yeah, I'm not in that great a shape anymore because of my lupus, but I still can't work out there because I have no, it does not inspire me, if you know what I mean. Because the whole mentality of Planet Fitness to me is for people who don't have to, I forgot what they said, for people who don't need to show off or something like that, that they can work out. I forgot what the motto was that they had up. And I was just like, to each his own, you know, but don't put down one person for another. You know what I mean? That they were saying. But, you know, for me, the environment didn't fit for me, but it fits for a lot of people who's never been a bodybuilder, you know, and it's a wonderful thing. If you cannot afford to go there, get yourself, if you go to Salvation Army or what's the name of the other place? Goodwill, yeah.
Goodwill,
You can
yeah.
go and get, they have weights sometimes for sale for $1 or $2 and stuff. Start collecting the weights at your home. And if you go on Google, not Google, YouTube, you will find weight training that you can do for free on the internet and learn, do it at home. You know, forget about all the diet drinks and the diet everything. Use regular sugar, brown sugar. Or no, don't do the substitutes. Substitutes have, a lot of them tend to have formaldehyde in them. It's not the best thing to, and now you're becoming addicted to something else, whether it's that sucrose or whatever it is that you mentioned earlier, Goddess. I can't remember, but you get addicted to something else and you don't want to do that. So stick to the regular natural stuff. That's better than the substitutes, whether it's salt substitutes or sugar substitutes. Not healthy. Not healthy at all for you. So, you know, try to stick to some of the things that works for you. If one thing does not work, try another. Think of something until you finally get to something that fits you personally and make that work for you. Whether, you know, you train 6 days a week like I did, or 2 days a week, or 1 day a week. At least do something for yourself that you can feel better. Because those endorphins that you do after workout, it feels wonderful. Like you're like on a natural high. And it's a good feeling. So if that helps you, and I've been on the other scale where I was so skinny before when I was younger, I wanted to gain some weight, and going to the gym and working out, bodybuilding helps you. When you're skinny, it helps to put on more of a shape on you and give you more size, but healthy size and shape because of the weight gain that you gain with the bodybuilding part. And it helps, you know, because we've had people say on the skinny end, what about me? I'm not losing weight like most of us trying to lose weight or something like that. So it helps on both sides, you know, weight training and all of that helps to lose weight as well as to not gain weight, but gain definition and size that you want. That's not too skinny, if that helps in any particular way. But yeah, business wise and health wise, invest in again, YouTube. There's so many things. If you're talking about whether weight loss or weight training or business or different things, and utilize all these free tools. It's there. You might as well. And the apps. Look how many apps there are to help you run your businesses and different things. It has file full of different business things and meetings and stuff. You have amazing tools at your disposal. So utilize them. All right?
And I just want to add one more thing to you. I know we're beating the weight loss thing. Actually, weight loss was on me. topic. And so I wanted to add to that. I have had 3 bodybuilders who I told that I joined Planet Fitness. You need to pay him the extra $30 and join the Planet Fitness. And I'm like, listen, you know what? I understand you guys want to do bodybuilding. That's not what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
You have to do what feels good to you. Actually, I like to dance. I'm going to go back to belly dancing. Dancing is excellent exercise.
Yes.
I lost a lot of weight belly dancing. And not only that, it feels good to do it. So
Sexy.
you can dance, you can do weight training. If you want to do cardio, you can do cardio. You have to work within what is going to work for you. Because I've had, like I said, this is the 3rd person bodybuilder's like, oh, Planet Fitness. You should go to Define.
Well, that's why I said it depends to each his own with it, And I can't bodybuild. But you know what? I can't bodybuild anymore because of my lupus. So I have to do something else. But I still don't feel comfortable in Planet Fitness. And I don't feel comfortable in a regular, bodybuilding gym anymore because I'm in between now. And I don't know what to do with myself. So I'll do it at home, and I will come up with my own means of doing something. You kind of got to weigh how things are for you and what works for you. And whatever works for you for $10 a month. Planet Fitness is awesome. Like Goddess Rhonda said, she paid the one for $20 because she wanted to be in the massage chair. But for $10 a month, you don't have to be in the massage chair. But for $10 a month, you can get access to all those equipment that you can use. Ask someone to teach you how to utilize them. Don't just jump on something that you have no idea and hurt yourself.
And just they do have a section for bodybuilders. Because when I was in there the other day, there were He-Man working out over on the side. They call it the lung section.
She just said.
Or you can do, if I don't know if they still have them. If they had them here, I would join it. Actually, is Gold's Gym.
Yes, that was my gym when I was growing up. That was my gym.
I was in New York. That's the gym I belonged to. They had everything for everyone.
Yeah, that was a gym.
Classes, cardio, spin classes, weight.
Everything.
One of the best things I loved when I joined Gold's Gym, one of the best things I loved about it, because there are some gyms that are like meat markets and you feel you walking in there because you're not in great shape and you're imagining all these other girls or size 2s and they're all cute. When I went into Gold's Gym, I realized you could walk. I don't care if Beyonce were to walk through that gym with no clothes on. Do you know those men with the bodybuilders wouldn't even look at it because they're so busy in the mirror?
Tunnel vision.
They are
look at me, man.
They don't even see you. All they're doing is admiring their muscles as they're lifting and flexing.
Yep. And they don't care. They don't care.
Like they don't care about what you're doing. They're very encouraging to you because I found them really.
And they would, you know what I saw them do? World's Gym and Gold's Gym. They would go up to you and go, you know what? Do this way. It's much better for you. It will work better to what that particular muscle you're trying to get. Yeah. They will actually leave what they're doing and come and do that. That's how I met Lou Ferrigno at Gold's Gym in Toronto. He came up to me and he said, try working out like this. And he helped me. He helped train me. All for free because he used to come and he used to be like, you're a young lady and I will help you to train whatever. And he was so helpful, and so nice. So, a lot of these gyms may sound intimidating, but they're not. No, they're really nice. They're really helpful and they want you to learn it the right way. And they will give you all that free advice just like that. Mm-hmm. They really would.
But work within what you like to do. If your best friend likes to bodybuild and you like to dance, you go take a dance class and let them take a weight class. Or if you like to just walk, some people just go there and walk on the treadmill for an hour and go home. They like to walk. Go with what's good. Don't try to do things that's not comfortable for you because then you're not going to sustain it. You've got to do stuff that will work with you and what you're trying to achieve for yourself with your own goals and fitness. And there are a lot of people who feel, we had done a show and we had inadvertently offended someone. We were talking about weight loss and what to do and things like that. I think it was our Sexy Sage and Crone show. And a lady got upset because she said, how come you guys are just talking about weight loss? What about us people that need to gain weight? And I've known people that literally eat nonstop and they cannot gain weight. A close friend of mine, she used to drink weight on shakes. She would do anything because she didn't like, she had the most beautiful face ever. She was a beautiful girl, but she was uncomfortable with, she felt like she looked like a string bean. She had no shape. I thought
Yeah, they try.
this, but we all have our own inner critic. And so there are skinny people that are like, and when you think about it, growing up, there were people who were skinny that you called skinny or string bean. They took abuse too, just like the heavy people. And so we also want to encourage those people who feel that they're too skinny to look into programs like Goddess Star said, doing weightlifting can, boost you up, or do body sculpting in a way that can do it, or figure out how to eat.
That did help me. That did help me.
Google that to see what you can do to put on weight. Because I don't want it to seem like it's only about losing weight. I know that there are plenty of people, and I remember that lady, that she was upset. She got upset and she kind of told us off and left the show. And I felt bad about that. So we want to also make sure we're not leaving out the people.
That's why I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, because I did come from that aspect, from being so skinny and wanted to gain some weight, because I felt like I was just straight up and down string bean when I was 18, and I wanted to not be that anymore. So it does help on both sides. And I think we have some really wonderful comments in the chat room. I don't know if you want to check it out, babe.
All right, I'm going there now. Bear with me, dudes. Because we've got a lot of comments in here.
Yeah, we have a lot of amazing people in there, and I'm so happy to see you guys all back. Nate, all of them, all of you guys are back, and it's so nice to have you guys back. It's a wonderful new year that we are in.
All right, I'm going to scroll up because we've got...
And if you guys are wondering what I'm drinking, I'm drinking actually Coke.
I'm going to scroll past.
I didn't get wine.
Oh, no problem, Goddess. Here,
Okay,
I'll be happy to take a sip for you.
That's so mean.
Thank me. I'm happy to do it for you.
Coconut water.
Boy, that was tasty,
I'm
too.
drinking the coconut water because tonight I forgot to go to Trader Joe's and get my wine.
It is so tasty.
Okay.
I'm being a bitch. I'm sorry.
That's mean.
You've done that to me, though, when I didn't have any wine.
Okay, so what we got in the chat room?
All right, so I'm going to skip past the feedback stuff. I'm going to go into what we got.
They pushed back the feedback for us. They did. They were talking about pushing back the feedback, and they did.
Okay, a little bit further. Okay, feedback is gone. Okay, we're going to start with our brother and friend Nate. No school like the old school. The new year technically doesn't start for me until I hear Goddess Star's belly laugh ringing out clear. That's her way of kicking the darkness in the teeth, and it always lifts my spirits. That's beautiful. We also have willpower is a feeling, and feelings ebb and flow. That's from our goddess J.K. We have Goddess Monica, do resolutions based on solstices. That's what I do. Yes, that, doing things based on our calendars and metaphysically, because we are metaphysicians, which is, I'd say whatever you call yourself in the magical world, we can use that stuff to help us too. Let's see. Okay, when we started talking about the Chinese New Year, I'm sorry, this thing scrolls while I'm talking. It drives me nuts. Okay, J.K. says the Chinese New Year hasn't started yet. So if you missed this New Year to start your resolutions, Monica said it starts in February, so you've got plenty of time to do your prep work if you want to use the Chinese New Year. And then we also have Monica who says, after the new moon that is also in eclipse, thankful for the Earth Dog energy coming. I guess that's going to be the Chinese New Year, year of the Earth Dog. And J.K. says, me too. Fire Rooster, a.k.a. Phoenix, has been intense. Monica says, Goddess Star is right. A woman built a whole house for her family by using YouTube tutorials. Wow. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Right, so, okay, dudes. If a woman can build a house for her whole family based on YouTube, what can't you do? What
Yeah.
can't you learn? I mean, wow, that's amazing. I'll have to look that up because I love that. I
Yeah,
wanna.
yeah. I even saw a YouTube video on the zombie apocalypse, how to prepare and how to houses and how to create your little section so you could not get be bit by the zombies. I'm like, okay, they've got everything covered.
Yeah, because we definitely don't want to get bitten by zombies, and you just never know. You know, I mean, we sit and we laugh about it, but you don't
You
know
never know.
what's going on. We don't know what's going on.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
So we've got J. Key who says, I need to use YouTube more for the various fixes I need to make in my apartment. Should be a resolution of mine. Maintenance isn't going to do it because management doesn't talk to them. And J. Key also says, me too, Goddess Rhonda. I procrastinate very, very well. Me too. Ember Marie. Hi, Ember. Beautiful lady. Thank you. We've missed you too. Nate says, hell to the no regarding rabbit food.
No rabbit food for us. I can't do it.
Oh, that is so funny. I'm sorry. That is so funny. Hell to the no.
Yeah, it is. But he's right. He's absolutely right, though. I mean, the rabbit food, the pacing yourself, all of that, the diet, I can't do. I have my red wine, a glass of wine every day, and if
Right.
you eat nice and slow and all of that, nice and slow, whatever plate of food you had in front of you actually don't get to finish it because you get full so quickly.
And it's
You
true. And
really do.
honestly, you know, you can't just sustain yourself. Let me tell you something. I know I'm going back to the weight loss thing for a second. But when I
Yeah.
belonged to Gold's Gym and I had a trainer and she put me on, I think it was 2,200 calories a day to help build up my muscles because she said once you build the muscles will burn fat. But we have to
It
sustain
does.
the muscles with calories. It is not easy to eat 2,200 calories of healthy food. It's not.
It's not.
I could go to McDonald's
Very,
right
very
now
difficult.
and eat 2,200 calories in one meal. But when you're focused on non-processed foods, eating healthy, that sort of thing, it's not easy. And I used to get in trouble every week because I had to keep a log of what I ate. And I would get in trouble because I couldn't eat the 2,200 calories. I
It's
couldn't
hard.
do it. And
It's so hard.
you're going to find that when you eat healthy foods, you're going to get more full faster and stay full longer than when you're eating crap that just, a lot of carbs that just burn off and leave you with nothing. And so you want to also be aware of that it's hard to eat 2,200 calories worth of food when it's healthy. That drove me nuts. And I got in trouble every single week because I just couldn't do it. So anyway, I just wanted to say that because I don't even know why I said that or what made me bring that up. But anyway, so there we go. Oh, I know. It was because Nate said no to the rabbit food. And that's why. Because he continues to say, my brain needs some soda, chips, and donuts occasionally. I'm down with the donuts. One of my treats every Thursday is to get a coconut donut at Dunkin' Donuts. Every Thursday, that's my treat, is to have that. So I can dig it with the donuts. We also have J. Key who says, well, okay, maybe I need to get in shape, but in my defense, when I see almost 2 pounds of Russell Stover's chocolate marked down to $7. Oh man. Well, it's a sign from the gods.
I love her. I love Jakey.
It's a sign from the gods. I can't ignore. And you know what, Jakey?
I love it though. You got to admit. Come on.
No judgment. I have to say, if I saw a box of, because I am a chocolate junkie, I am a chocolate addict. And for those of you who are chocolate addicts, to help you with your chocolate addiction, if you can get it, if you go to the store, they have a non-dairy milk brand called Silk. And so you can get chocolate cashew milk, chocolate almond milk, and it's only like 90 calories, and it's delicious and it's healthy. And if I drink that, I'll put like 8 ounces of that because it's only 90 calories in a blender with some strawberries and some ice. It is so good. So you don't have to deprive yourself. You can have
Do you
good
see my
things with
face?
that.
Somehow, when you mentioned the base milk, the silk, and all of that, I was just like. Then you
Oh, you
mentioned the
don't like it?
strawberries. I don't. First of all, I don't drink milk, regular milk. So then you're
I
mentioning all the
can't
other
drink
milks,
it.
and I'm going, okay, whatever. But when you
I
mentioned the
can't
strawberry
drink
and stuff,
regular
that
milk.
sounded good to me. But I'm not. I
Re-
don't eat any of those things. I can't.
Regular milk makes, I can't drink regular milk,
Disgusting. It's
but
disgusting.
if it comes down to it's either drink a 90-calorie glass, and I love it. I think it tastes great. The dark chocolate almond milk and the chocolate cashew milk is so good to me. I would rather, it's either that, it's better I drink that with my strawberries, and then it's like under 100 calories for a snack that feels like it's more fattening than it is, than to go back to eating chocolate cake, because I am also a chocolate cake addict. I am a chocolate junkie.
Okay, got
I know chocolate probably runs in my veins. Everyone has an addiction. Chocolate is mine.
it.
So
Okay.
that is, I'm just saying that because I can dig Nate and what he's saying. So Nate, I
Yeah.
dig you and what you're
I'm
saying.
so
And
glad that my
KT.
addiction is either wine, my red wine, or I love soups. I can have soup every single day and a salad every single day. That's my addiction. There's a lemon orzo soup that I walk into Aubon Pond every day going, is there any lemon orzo? Is there any lemon orzo? They're looking at me like,
I love
man,
orzo.
we try. You like that one?
I love orzo. They're so good.
I didn't hear if you said, I thought you said you like lemon orzo soup.
I love orzo. I love
Yes,
orzos. And
they,
especially in soup, it's so good. I
it
love
is so good. And
orzo.
I go there every day going, do you have lemon orzo? Do you have lemon orzo? And then they keep telling me no, and I'm all pissed. And I'm like, okay, fine. Noodle soup. But I love soups of all kind. My weak need one. I will get that. And when it's there, I will buy like 4 or 5 containers of the soup and
Well,
OD
at
on it.
least your addiction is soup. I mean, that's not so bad. Soup is good for you.
Girl,
So
I will take water. You give me anything that I could find, I will make a soup out of it. Anything. I will take it and I'm like, okay, what can I have? I'm a soup freak.
I
Okay. So
agree.
it's a weird addiction. It's a weird
No,
addiction,
not
but it's
really,
okay.
because at the end of the week, I make what I call garbage soup, and that's where I take all the leftovers in the refrigerator
Garbage soup.
and I put it in a pot with some chicken broth, and I eat it, and it's very tasty. So that works for me.
See, there you go.
We also have Ember Marie. I love that name, Ember. That's gorgeous. Who says letting go of
Yeah.
sugary drinks, less sodium, more water is a big step. I have to eliminate wheat, dairy, gluten, and soy. That has helped me be more lean, i.e., muscle, as opposed to not skinny and weak. And she also goes on to say, wow, excuse me for sniffing my allergies. Wow, processed foods are deadly. Processed foods are deadly. Eating sweets you bake yourself are cheaper and can regulate sugar, like substitute honey or use coconut oils instead of bad fats. You want to use rich fats that are healthy for you. We also have Monica who's taking notes about SCORE webinars, all free. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she goes on to say, my favorite YouTube exercise goddess is the superhero of fitness. She is doing
Okay.
doing dance hall workout tutorials in her living.
I dance.
That is awesome. That's great.
Yeah,
And
that
then
sounds really good.
I'm sorry, my thing scrolled again. Hold on for a minute so I can find out where I was. Okay, so we have Think Truly Beautiful. Hi, Think Truly Beautiful. I'm definitely trying to do a business. I need businesses at home. You can do that and figure out how to do that for free. JK says you can take college courses for free through the Smithsonian. I didn't know that. So you can look into that
There
and
you
see
go.
if you can get that for free. Nate says, did anyone else get booted? I literally had my modem crash, then reboot with all the green lights, and it wouldn't let me back in. Now it's time to burst out the heavy magic. I don't think that's a coincidence, Nate, because you called them on it, and so they came after you. And so we as goddesses are also sending lots of energy to surround you with protection and kick the other side's ass, because we're not tolerating that. Okay,
They
and
pushed it back. They pushed it back.
they pushed back is what they did, but that's okay. We can push back too. Monica says there's something called Coursera. That's Coursera. That can also great classes, and she put that mainly towards J.K. and who responded with the certificates and degrees through the Smithsonian cost money, but taking the actual courses are free. Arlene says Planet Fitness works for me, save money on cable, otherwise I wouldn't get to see The Alienist. Is that a good show? Send us a little thing about that show, because I've seen commercials and I don't know what it's about. Think Truly Beautiful says, I'm going to write this down. Thank you. Loyalty Makes Your Family says, I like boxing. And Arlene says, look for centers for women in enterprise. They offer scholarships and free workshops. Look at all these great courses that everyone, thank you so much, everyone, for contributing. These great courses, it's great information that you're giving us is wonderful. And I'm just so grateful that you're sharing it with everyone. So please, everyone who's in the chat room, please, if you can, like try to copy and paste the whole thing so that you can decipher, because there's a lot of stuff in there. So if you copy everything, select all, copy it, and then paste it into like a Word document so that you can go back later and look at the various resources that everyone is sharing so that you can take your pick and check all of them out, because they sound great. I really like the idea of centers for women in enterprise.
Oh, as you mentioned that really quickly, the thought also occurred to me that another thing that would help people with weight loss and when just getting in shape, or if it's on the skinny end or whatever it is, if they're offering free things for just about anything on YouTube, if they offer Thai kickboxing or boxing, I'm telling you, you would get into shape, be something different than just standing there and working out, but actually shadow boxing and all of that. Do it. It's fun. Honestly, I'm going to try again and see if I can do it. Give it a try. It's fun. I used to enjoy kicking the shit out of the man's hand. Sorry. Anyways, go ahead.
No, I'm laughing because, okay, you could probably get this on YouTube. I haven't looked, but it's probably there. If worst comes to worst, you could probably get it cheap on eBay, some old Taibo
yeah,
videos, because I am telling you, I used to do Taibo. What's the name of the guy that did the Taibo? What was his name? I can't remember.
He did a lot of martial arts movies.
Yes, he did. He did a lot of.
I have him back there. I have him in my shelf. I don't remember his name. I can't see him right away though, but I have so many workout videos and stuff like that, and I never used it because when I got it, I found I was way ahead of them. So I just kind of used it.
That's what it is. Billy Blank.
Yes, right, yes. And his daughter does it too.
Forget the daughter. I'm not interested in the daughter. All I know is that
I know why.
Watching Billy Blanks was motivation enough to make me keep doing videos.
I knew it.
Fine, as we used to say. You're just watching. I was like, yeah, baby, let's work me out some more. You know? So if it helps.
Oh my goodness, I knew why. The minute you said forget his daughter, I'm like.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to her or anything, but that's just not what I'm interested in. You can find someone if you are attracted to someone that can help you keep rolling with them, go with that too. All right, so going back to our chat room, we have Monica who says, I like Define because I like swimming and I like the sauna. By the way, for those of you who do live in the Albuquerque area who like to do water aerobics, they offer $5 classes here, where for $5 you can take aerobic water classes. So just wanted to throw that out there so that even if you like doing the water and the swimming, you can do that for a measly $5. I think it was actually, you get 20 sessions for $20. So it's really cheap. It might even be $2. I can't remember
that's
now.
Pretty good.
Yeah, because you got
that's like
for $20. So they were $2 a piece.
Right.
That's not bad.
I remember the Parks and Rec department offers all of those water ballet, aqua abs, all kinds of stuff like that they do. Even Zumba in the water Zumba and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that stuff works.
And for me, I do all of that because I have to be in the water to help myself. So, And the Parks and Rec, if you're disabled or senior, they offer it for $25 a year. It's $75 a year, which is not bad when you think about it, because you get all those things and you get access to the gym and all the different things. So at least in New York, it might be cheaper in other states.
Yeah, in Albuquerque, if you're over 50, they have water aerobics. They actually have every kind of exercise for $1. It costs you $1 to teach.
Wow. Okay.
$1.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
So you can do that.
And there is isn't that Yoga for the People on St. Mark's, if you're in Manhattan, if I remember correctly, on Yoga for the People on St. Mark's between you on the south side of the street on the second floor, they have Yoga for the People, and it's by donation. So you could donate $1 or $2 or whatever, and you go and you do yoga.
Right. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to help yourself. Arlene says, go to a nail salon. You can get the massage chair with your pedi. We've got Jay Key, who says, I'm in New Mexico, but Johnny Tapia is a local legend and boxer here, which is true. I think we even have LA boxing here, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to learn boxing, there's even gyms that are for that, or you can look at YouTube and doing that as well. We have Ember Marie, who says, dancing totally. Exercise is great for depression. Keeping your heart rate steady for 30 minutes.
There you go. Yes,
is when you are healing and burning calories. And quite frankly, I find that I have more energy now. So it does help. And then let's see.
It does. It really does. Dancing or just putting on some music, whether it's what's her name? Shakira and everybody else, put on their music and move that body, man.
Absolutely. Fun. We have, let's see. Monica says Holly Holmes. Holly Holmes is also famous here. And then Arlene says Lynx, that's their hook. Men who moan and groan and try to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jakey says, yes, Holly, love them both. I do have to be a little careful when I'm hopping around my apartment because I'm on the top floor and people, they're going to complain about anything.
Oh, okay.
Glowing Goddess says anything to do with water. And Ember Marie says if a person has state medical, you can get free passes and discounts at community rec centers. So there's a lot of resources you can look into. Jakey says check your local library for passes to local museums, zoos, etc. The first Wednesday of every month is free at the museum. So even if your goal was to get out more, a lot of us, we work really hard, but we have a lot of expenses. You had posted something, got a star about.
Oh, right. Yeah. Movie pass.
I had never heard of that. And so I wanted to see, and we have it here in New Mexico.
They do. It's national. It's national.
And I'm like, because movies to me are very expensive.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I was like, oh, well, I pay for cable. I'll wait for it to come on cable. But there's
but you want to go, you want to go and see it. And it's fun. And I did not, actually, a woman from Ohio was visiting New York. And I take myself to the movies at least once for the week. And that's when I met her. And when we started talking, we became good friends. We exchanged numbers and she told me about MoviePass. And I instantly downloaded the app to my phone. And then I Googled it online and I became a member. It's $9.95 a month. And because you can't just exist, you want to be able to live as well and enjoy things. And for $9.95 a month, you get to go to the movies for as many times as you can for the month. 1 movie a day is all you're allowed. Not allowed 2 movies a day. 1 movie a day, but you can go every day if that's what you want to do. But for $9.95, and I think that's awesome. And then the other little trick I learned was Regal Cinema offers a free app that they give you points on. And I was using that with free movies every now and then. I would use it for the free movie and get a free movie. Now that I don't need it anymore because I'm using MoviePass, I take those same points and I would go to the movies now. I've gathered all my points from going to the movies, how many times I'm going, and I'll be going to the movies and I'll get either a free popcorn or a free popcorn and Coke. And I'm sitting there at the movies and I had all of it was for free. I like free.
I like free too.
Yeah. So you combine the two because the Regal app just tells you if you have a Regal app, please show and we'll give you the points. Scan it. And you scan it and it gives you the points. It's free. The app is free. You don't have to buy anything with it. And they give you the card for free. So what's wrong with getting free and then you don't? So you already have the movie with Movie Pass, and now you have popcorn and drink, and you didn't pay for anything.
And you didn't
Enjoy
pay for
life a bit.
anything. So, we do need to get out. We need to socialize more. We need to actually have fun, do little self nurturing things to help ourselves. That's a great way for $9. You can scrape up $9 a month so that you can take yourself to the movies, and with that money that you save, get a little popcorn or a little soda or
$9.95 a month.
$9.95. That's still you can scrape that up.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to
get out.
Develop a social life. One thing I did want to add, that I looked at some of my notes and I wanted to add in there, is that even when you are determined to, like when you start losing weight, or you get out there, or you're doing things to improve yourself, or you look beautiful, or whatever it is, change your wardrobe, there's always going to be friends who are going to try and stop you.
The minute you said that, I'm like,
There are going to be friends that are going to look at you and say, oh no, she's losing weight. She looks better than me. And then we'll suggest going to the all-you-can-eat pizza buffet or something like that to try to stop you. Even in relationships, you can be with a guy, or even vice versa, be with a woman, and they're used to you looking a certain way, and then they get scared. Oh my goodness, she's going to start looking better now. All these men are going to start looking, or all these women are going to start clinging. All these women at the gym are going to see him, getting his muscles and things like that. And they're going to try and delay you. It's very important for you to assert yourself in this and stick to your guns, because there are going to be those people that are going to do everything they can to stop you from improving. And they'll call themselves friends, family. What it really is they're not ready to make the change. They don't want to see you make the change. They want to keep you down at their level instead of them working hard to get up to the level that you're trying to do. And you know what I'm talking about, Goddess Star.
Oh yeah,
when people see you moving,
I think they're just very comfortable with seeing you at that level all the time. So if you change things and you mix it up a bit and you become, in your eyes, you're working on you to better yourself. So they're seeing that too, and without meaning to, inadvertently, they become jealous of that, and sometimes they want to stop you on that role, and you have to decide what you want to keep into your life or not, and go on from there, or just talk to them. This is what you need for your happiness. And if you love me or care about me, you will support me with this. And if they can't understand, then bye, Felicia. I don't know. Peace out to you and everything, because, you have to really start. I think this is the year that you need to start nurturing and taking care of you. And I mean that. Going to the movies and stuff, taking yourself out to dinner and the movies and stuff like that is important to you. Your survival, your living, and not just working. Like my friends, some of them would work nonstop 7 days a week and has no life. So she will call me and go, what can we do? I'm so tired of working. And I said, I mentioned all these things and we will be going, So you really have to think about what makes you happy. What makes you, thrive? What will make you in the new year? In this new year, what would help you attain some of the things that you want, that you can feel happy with yourself? Maybe it's finding a new love. Maybe it's, forget finding the new love. It's, how about learning to love yourself in your own skin and accepting who you are, good, bad, or indifferent, and now see what we can do to bring it to where you're happy with it. Because one of the biggest things I've found over time is people having a hard time loving themselves.
Yeah,
they really have a hard time with that. And, if anything, work on loving yourself this year, which can be one goal that's really huge and to some people insurmountable, because they don't even realize that they don't like themselves. They really believe they do, and they honestly don't. So there's a lot of little things like that, and maybe like, one of the things that I like about YouTube is that it can be YouTube and places like that online that offer free workshops of any kind is very empowering, actually, because it's giving you knowledge that you didn't have before. I think it was Arlene, I was telling this recently. If you are driving a vehicle, under no circumstances should you be saying, my mechanic will take care of this, or the dealer will take care of this. No, you have got to start learning how your car works, how to fix it in a pinch. Always accessible to come to you. And you might be sitting there for hours when you could have easily gone and fixed certain things or check your oil or different things that you have to do Learn how to do it. I'm telling you, I had my Jeep stick shift. I was not playing. I made sure I knew how to fix certain things on my car, change that tire and all the different things, because you cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You know, what if any apocalyptic times happens or anything at all, just in general, and you're stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere? It is just safe for you to, or safer for you to be able to handle your car, get in that car and drive like a bat out of hell, rather than keep waiting for someone to come and help. No, we no more damsel in distress, or or is it, what's the male? Male in distress. No male in distress and no damsel in distress.
That's right.
Get out there and learn how to fix those things yourself and empower yourself with it. I always felt better knowing. My car almost blew up when I first drove it and did not know how to take care of it. I did not know that I had to change one thing on oil or something like that. It almost blew up. They said this much more and the car would have blown up. After that, I made sure I knew everything about my car and how to fix it as much as I possibly can without going to a mechanic. So do that. I'm advising you to do that. All right. But
Okay.
oh, right. And the love part, please, if you, other than learning how to love yourself more, and I would suggest doing that first before working on looking for that that mate that you want, that life mate. Or maybe you want a soulmate, that person to be your good friend, a really good friend to have. Either one. But, you know, first you got to learn how to love you first before you can give love to anybody else. You know, because honestly, you got to love yourself more than anyone else. It's not selfish. It's just facts. All right.
Absolutely. Well, since we're moving on to the love topic, let's go ahead and expand on that.
Yeah.
So even doing all of your resolutions, be it for love or business or whatever, you need to love yourself so that you want more and that you expect more and that you will thrive for more because you know that you deserve more. And so even doing your workout, you should already recognize that you are beautiful the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just, all you're doing is enhancing. I
Yeah.
have to think, you know, not to be, it's what I do. I have a lot of self-love and I think I'm gorgeous. I think that and I tell myself that.
And you are, girl.
And got it. But when I was growing up, you know, I didn't feel that way because I had a very traumatic childhood where I was constantly put down. So I grew up with very, very low self-esteem, and I had to bring that self-love to myself and say, yes, I am beautiful. Yes, I don't have all this, everything that I want or look exactly the way I want right now, but I'm gorgeous the way I am. If I never lost weight, I'm still gorgeous. My interest, my focus isn't to lose weight to look pretty. My focus is I'm trying to improve my health. I'm trying, you know, I've got Lyme disease, so I've got arthritis, you know, the weight is hard on my joints, things like that. That is my motivation. So also ask, what is your motivation? If your motivation is, well, I just want to look pretty, you're already pretty. You should recognize that. If you can focus on, you know what, I don't want to, in my family, we've got cancer, we've got strokes, we've got high blood pressure, we've got diabetes, we've got all these bad health genes. My focus is I want to avoid that. I don't want to go through what my parents went through. So if you look at your motivations and put, you know, like you're better to have better financials. I also say I don't want to be working in Dunkin' Donuts when I'm 90 because I can't afford to pay for things. So if you love yourself and recognize that you deserve better and are worth more, that expands not just in your love life, but in all areas of your life, that it will help you to do better and help you to go ahead and achieve those goals that you're going to do. So as Goddess Star says, everything starts with self-love and feeling like you deserve it. You deserve to have that business. You deserve to thrive financially. You deserve to be physically healthy or emotionally healthy. If you're dealing with emotional issues, go see a therapist or get some help. Go talk to somebody about it. You deserve better, and you have to believe that in order to get better. And so that is very important, that whole self-love thing that Goddess Star just brought up, because that self-love will actually expand throughout pretty much all of the categories in your life and help you to achieve whatever goal it is that you want, because you know that you are worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're worth it. And so all of it is about self-love and recognizing that you deserve more, that you are worthy of more, you are worthy of having whatever it is that you want, but you need that self-love and self-confidence in order for you to pull that off. So I just wanted to expand on what you said about that because
Awesome. Yeah, that's
it
awesome.
really does.
It's true.
It
You're
is. It's
absolutely
very
right.
true.
Absolutely right. And really quickly, because I just saw in the chat room really quickly that a couple of Amber, Marie, and I think believe I can't remember who else mentioned about their car and knowing how to fix their car. One of the things I found out, I did not know this existed. Apparently, there is an app that you download onto your phone for free. That when you put it against your car, the phone against your car, it diagnoses your car and tells you what's wrong. It was invented and created by a mechanic because he said a lot of times that little thing is is a little thing that needs to be repaired, and the mechanic will tell you it's this, but it costs you $700 or whatever
Right.
extra money because he said that's what they do. He said I'm a mechanic, so that's what we are told to tell you. He said, but a lot of times if you get this app, it will save you a ton of money because you can walk in and say to the mechanic, this is what's wrong, and that's all I need you to fix, and this is what it should cost.
Right.
That kind of a thing. So get that app. I have to really go look at it on myself because I'm buying that car this year. So go get that app. If you can find it, let me know, or I'm going to go search myself. But I was really shocked. It was created by a mechanic. So, I mean, there's an app for everything these days. It's amazing. Next thing you know, there'll be a life mate app. Find your life mate, put it up against a man, and he'll. You never know. You never know. Anyways, I'm just making that one.
No,
But
I wanted to add, since we're doing the love category, you know, dudes, guess what? We're witches. We're magical
yes,
people. We can make things
yes,
happen. And one of the things that I always suggest to people is to make a list of all of the attributes that you are looking for in a life partner. You know,
yes,
what they look
yes.
like, what are their hobbies, what are their passions,
What
how
is it?
tall
Yeah.
are they? Always make sure that they are self-supporting. You don't want someone who you have to, you know, they can be perfect in every way and they're not doing anything for themselves. But, you know, everything, write down, customize what it is that you are looking for in a
Yeah.
person. And that's going to be your attraction list. And then you're going to burn your candles on it. You're going to read it twice a day to set it
Yeah.
out
Make a
there.
spell. You're right. You're
You
absolutely
know,
right.
make a spell. I don't suggest that you focus on, like, I want Johnny who sits next to me at work.
No.
Don't do that, because Johnny may not be your perfect partner. He may not have what you want. You
Yeah.
want to write down exactly what every attribute that you're looking for and cast for it.
Yep.
You know,
Do that.
do that. That will help you with that. And then
And
you also
honestly, I'll tell you, Goddess Rhonda is correct. Be very specific. I'm telling you, maybe because it's my age.
yeah,
As we get older, we get very specific. And we're very much like, this is what I want. You don't have it by. So it could be an age thing, but if you want to be specific about what it is that you want, say so. Don't settle because you're not going to be happy if you're
yeah.
settling. I'm going to tell you that straight up. So
Let me
if you,
tell you,
whatever it is, do so.
I have a friend who is older than we are. She is, you know, she's older and she has health issues also, and things like that. But she has men. She had been driving from California to come to meet her.
There you go. Go,
And
girl.
I would say to her, you know, there's so many women that can't find anybody. How are you meeting these dudes? And she said she read this, yet another free webinar or something that she read on how to do a profile on a dating site. And so what she did, she showed me her profile. I thought it was the rudest profile I had ever seen. She started off with, here's what I don't want. I don't want you if you're this. I don't want you if you're that. I don't want you if you're this. You can just keep moving. I mean, I don't want this. I
Yep.
don't want this. I don't want this.
Yep.
Here's what I do want. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so rude. She goes,
It's
no,
true. It's
it's
true,
not
though.
rude, because the men who read
Not
it
rude.
know not to waste their time. And the
Yeah.
ones
Don't
who are
waste
going to
your time.
be able to be what I want and they're not what I don't want, they're the ones that respond. So she already is ahead of the game. She's not worried about, mostly like, oh, I like to walk on the beach and I like to go to movies and I like to do this and I like to go to the museum. She's like, no, forget that. You tell me what you don't want. Here's what I do not want. If you're this, no. If you're this, no. If you're this, no. If you're this, no. Now, if you're this, yes. If you're this, yes. If you're this, yes. If you're this, yes.
And it's not rude. It being so specific. She wants what she wants. I don't blame her one bit.
And she had
why settle? Why settle? And I'm not going to say
everywhere.
words, but why settle? You don't need to settle for anything, and that's male or female. Do not settle. If this is what you want, and as you get older, I know, I don't know, because I don't remember when I was younger, I was being so specific. But then I found my mate, and we got married, and then he died. And I have never really looked after that.
Right.
Not really, because to me, I had my mate, and he may have passed on. At least I had it once in my life. I'm very grateful for that. So as I got older now, I don't look. I'm not paying attention. And I'm very, very specific. Whether it's the height, because I like to climb my guy. I like the height. I like certain things.
Climbing the guy is a little TMI, okay, babe?
No, I meant the height. You see, you were going there. I was not. But I meant in terms of height, nothing more. Okay, so the height and all the different things. So then put those things, and be specific, because if you meet someone, if you don't say a hi to all those things, and you meet someone that's lower than that height, you're sitting there and you're going, okay, yeah, he's nice, but he's missing what it is that you want. So you do have to be specific. I know I would. So just think about it and be specific. The same as if you were, when you're doing that candle spell, right? Or whatever that spell is for that person, it's going to come a certain way if you don't write in what it is. They're not going to presume this is what you want. So you have to be specific. It's a wise idea to do that.
Absolutely. I'm looking through our list, and it looks like for once in our lives,
we covered it all.
Actually covered everything. I am so proud of us, Got a Star. I think that's the first time I've ever managed to do that instead of getting stuck on one thing and going off on our little tangent.
Well, we didn't get to certain things, but we pretty much covered all of the ones on top.
We pretty much covered the basics
of
what everyone's looking for.
Right.
So I think we did.
And I think there was some wonderful comments in the chat room as well. But yeah, we pretty much, you're right. We went through a lot of it,
We did.
Yeah. So try to work on a lot of those things, and we'll check back with you, in about 3 months or so to see how you're doing.
Let's check back, and then you can also see how we're doing. We're not just holding you accountable, we're holding ourselves accountable. So don't think that we're just saying, oh, we're the teacher. The teacher has to do the homework too.
Yeah.
And so we will check back and give you some more boosts to help you with your resolutions and improving your life. And so, as always, we want to thank everyone. Thank you so much for your patience with our technical difficulties. We slugged it out, and we managed to at least get a show up. Hopefully that won't happen. I don't know why that happened, or as Nate says, they're probably after us, and I believe that, because they are trying to stop us metaphysical people from, us magical people from moving forward. But whatever the case is, it doesn't matter. We did not let them win, and we managed to get our show going. Yeah. And as always, we are so grateful to all of you in the chat room. You really made some really excellent suggestions and contributions that you shared, which I personally am going to be looking at too. I've already copied and pasted
a bunch of stuff that they have in there,
into a Word document so I can go and look it up later. I suggest you all do the same, to try and copy and paste it. Or what I'll do is I'll try to section out those things and put them in our Priestess View show group, which we hope that you all belong to. If you go onto Facebook and put in Priestess View, the Priestess View group will come up so that you can join and, keep abreast of what it is that we're doing. So please join that. Please like our Facebook page. And then if any of you need guidance with your resolutions, you have me, you have Got a Star. We're here that we can help you. And guys, if you want to set up appointments, with us. We do tutor people and train people to help them with pretty much whatever it is they're trying to achieve. So you can go to our websites, which are listed. We've got Goddess Star, charmbystar.com, or sorry about that, or Goddess Rhonda.
No worries.
.com. Oh, and before we go, Goddess Star is doing a pop-up shop.
Yes. On Saturday it begins. Because the idea came about because it's so hard seeing the fact that we don't have many pagan shops in New York City. We have maybe 2, if that much. And so it makes it difficult. You're kind of regulated to only certain things. So the idea is that on Saturday the 27th, it begins. Once a month, we're going to try to be there for you guys. If you guys also come out and support us, from 10 to 4, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday, January 27th, on the 3rd floor in the White Box Room at 440 Lafayette Street, between East 4th Street and Astor Place, closer to Astor Place. We would love to have you there. We'll be offering free mini workshops on many different topics throughout the day, as well as a lot of different choices of shopping. We have Lady Rhea and Lilith Dorsey offering readings throughout the day, that you can book readings with them. And we'll be having many different pagan shops there that you're able to do shopping with all day long. So we'd love to have you come out and support us. All right, New York City, Wishy Pagan pop-up shops. Okay.
Awesome. And so, with all that said, as always, we so appreciate you. We love you.
Absolutely.
And merry meet.
Merry meet. Merry part. And
then,
merry meet again.
Thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you all very much. Okay, and take care. Yeah. Bye-bye.
And have a great night. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.